Hey everybody! Welcome to another episode of Who's That Anime with your host Steve and Colin. We're here again for the I don't know, lots of times.
The 198th time.
198th time. Wow, we're almost at 200.
Yeah, almost celebrating the 200th episode.
Yeah, Jesus. You've
Is
been
that a
with us
bicentennial? Is that what that is?
bicentennial. That's is that like a bison combined with another bison that has three heads?
That
Or maybe two
maybe
heads.
bicentennial is 200th anniversary.
Yeah, it is. But
Yeah,
it also sounds like maybe a mythological creature of bisons with three heads, like
I
Cerberus
mean, I
and
could I could imagine that
a chimera,
a chimera of sorts. Yeah,
or chimera.
I haven't noticed until now that there is I think a clip from your name in our intro.
Yeah,
I could be wrong.
might
I
be.
might be wrong. Maybe I am wrong.
Probably. I haven't edited it since we started this
Hmm.
198 episodes ago.
Wow. Okay. I just noticed the hard hat bit, so I don't even know what that is now.
Oh,
I was thinking it. I was
that's
thinking
from
about the. What's it from?
Ghost Stories.
Is it okay? I was going to say the other option was Ghost Stories. I just saw the hard hat and I was like, oh, that reminds me of that bit in your name.
No, no.
No, nothing
I
as
ma-
good as that.
I made this when we were going to talk about like atrocious things,
Bad anime.
bad anime, and that lasted for
Two
two.
seasons. 2 seasons.
And Detective Holmes, Vampire Detective Holmes.
Well, Vampire Homes was definitely bad. Uh,
Yeah.
I've never watched it again. So, yeah. Well, I mean, we're not talking about bad anime today. We're talking about Excel Saga. We're continuing our journey on there. We're going to talk about episodes 7 and 8.
Mhm.
One of these, which is, you know, I suppose a genre near and dear to my heart. As you know, they kind of mess with the different genres of everything in every episode. And episode 7, Melody of the Underground Passage, which sounds like, I don't know, the porn version of a Castlevania game. um,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah.
is about horror movies though.
Yep.
And I've noticed now. I say noticed. Have come to terms with the fact that Pichu is now a permanent character in this show.
Oh, it's all about the Poochies, man.
Good lord, they are fucking everywhere.
They are.
Um,
They are.
so in this one, I'm trying to think
Hmm.
of like how, because these episodes are so all over the place.
Uh-huh.
I think the easiest thing to do is say what happened, like what the episode is about, and then talk about it, because it feels like there's no rhyme nor reason to any of it at any given point. It's all arbitrary. It is all dice rolls of like, what scene should we put next? I don't know. What does it say in the dice? 4. Okay, let's do this one.
Yeah. Yeah. Put it this way, I saw a comment in the place I'm watching it on. Is
Uh huh.
that it's just basically under filler is the category that
Filler the series.
filler of the series, yeah. It's all it's all just filler, man.
That is true.
It's very true.
It's mostly that.
That's like
Um,
that is a
Man,
very accurate description
it
for this
gets even
show.
more accurate when we get to the next episode. Um, this one
Oh,
is like so it's like a parody of a horror movie, and the
uh,
Pewchus are now like soldiers.
well, they're always were soldiers, man. They're
No, but
always
like of a giant alien-like creature that is now like living in the sewers and giving birth to them
with
in
the
what might
cat
be
with the
the fucking.
catfish
Oh
uh,
god, that's right.
tangle lure.
Yes.
Is
Oh
it
no, cat.
catfish?
No.
Uh,
The thing from Finding Dory, Finding Nemo.
yeah, the
The
light with the head,
lanternfish. The
lanternfish.
lanternfish. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's horrifying. So then, like, I don't know, Across get involved.
Oh, uh, so yeah, so basically this is the horror episode. Um, Excel and Hyatt come back after being saved by the Yeti slash sold its
Oh, from the
skin
previous episode, Jesus
to
wept. That's
to
right.
fund them across. And then they get back, and the Apostle says, "Oh, we got intruders. It's been here for a while. Go and deal with them."
Oh, that's right, because they look at the scanner and it's like, oh, there's quite a few intruders. We should deal with those. And then they like flood the, and that's the people. That's the other people from the other organization, the city
Yeah,
security, and they
yeah,
like flood the sewers to get rid of them. And
yeah.
then the scanner shows it's like, oh, that's a lot of intruders, and there's like hundreds of little red triangles, and it's all
Mhm.
the Pewchews just
Yeah,
mingling.
but you didn't know that at the time, so
No,
because the
spoiler.
because the flood the whole base, including the place where they press the button to flood it.
That's right, they do that.
They also had a nice border checker, like, all right, time to set the traps off in this area, and then there's all these buttons with no description at all, so just randomly pressing buttons.
That's right. It's a board full of buttons and every label has been removed.
Yeah, yeah,
It's like, what are you going to do? I'm just going to push them indiscriminately. Of course you are.
yeah.
That's Excel's energy to a T.
Yeah. Anyway, so they basically flood the place, and everyone gets washed away, including XL and Hyatt, out the room.
Yes.
The woman from cybersecurity, Misaki, I think is her name.
Sure.
She was like, "Oh, I sensed a different pressure. I'm going to like wall hanger myself onto this
She
wall."
uses a piton for climbing and attaches herself to the inner sewer wall.
Yeah,
And then chews on oxygum, which I assume is chewing gum that gives you oxygen to breathe.
yeah. I assumed that too. And everyone else looks at her and go, "What you doing?" And it's like, "Oh, you going to better be prepared."
She
Tidal wave
says,
comes down.
shut up and just do the thing. And nobody listens.
Yeah. So the guy that fancies her and is the one that holds on to her, and then the other two
Yep.
kind of get washed away. First is
Yep.
the glasses guy.
The bigger guy that doesn't talk.
Yeah, he just reads everything that's in writing,
Yep.
and then he kind of gets waking up, and you see he's surrounded by the
Oh no, does he not? Oh yeah, that's right. He's surrounded by the Pewchews, and he's like, "Oh, cute."
yeah,
And then he sees the tongue one.
yeah, and then he's lured, and he sees the tongue one, and it goes, "Oh, all right," and then it's like a big mouth, and it's like, "Oh."
Then there's an awkward scene where white stuff falls in his hand and face before you see what's happening.
Yeah, I did wonder about that.
Yeah. I was watching it. I was like, and like that could have been translucent. It could have been any other color. I feel like this was a choice.
Yeah, it was. Um,
He gets. Well, we assume he gets devoured effectively.
yeah. Hayat wakes up to is with the guy that fancies her.
Yeah.
Um, and they get carried away by the Poochus, I think.
Yes. That's right.
Excel does she just?
She's unconscious because she's
Yeah,
nearly drowned.
yeah.
Uh,
Oh, she's
and
alone. Yeah.
she is alone, and she's unconscious for a bit. They get dragged away,
Mhm.
and then the woman who pinned herself to the wall and the other guy.
Mm.
Do they get separated?
No, she keeps
Yes.
beating them up.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, because he keeps making comments.
and coming on to her. Yeah, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "No, I'm not interested. Go away."
Hyatt and the other guy meet the thing.
Yeah.
The alien queen, I guess, is effectively what I'm gonna call it.
It is just the mock-up of the Alien Queen
Oh
to a
boy.
degree. So
And then they go
Excel
away.
Excel is her own, and she's walking along the tunnel, going, "I wish where Hyatt is. I've lost them." This is kind of like Unicorn Man. This is like the whole scene of the Transformers and the Unicorn when they get washed away in that water.
I guess that's right. And the big tentacle pincers come in off the
Yeah,
wall. Yeah.
yeah. That's
Because
the whole.
you kind of ask yourself, it's like, what was going on there that was happening?
Yeah.
Why did that happen?
Oh, because they got swallowed by Unicorn. Remember?
But but why was there liquid and internal pincers and stuff? What did any of that mean or do?
What does any of it mean, man?
I mean, like you can hand wave away a lot of the stuff, but the idea that inside a giant robot is just for some reason a bunch of water and also some pincer tentacles. What did
He's
they do?
he's a giant floating planet.
Yeah. Okay, point taken. Anyway,
Transforms into a big robot, and then
yeah,
goes yum into like Cybertron. It's just like
yeah, it
a
does do that.
non-transformer. Anyway,
It does do that.
so she's there, and she's just walking along, going do, mind my own business, and then like the group of poachers just come behind her and go, yeah, we're not doing anything. We're not suspicious. So she turns around, look out, and they turn away a while, and then she's like, and then she starts
Something's not
running.
right.
Oh, why are you
Yes.
chasing me? And then I don't know. She turns into a rocket and then falls off the edge.
She does turn into a rocket because she's running so fast.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like if she's a rocket, then she wouldn't be affected by gravity because propulsion would throw her along. But she gets to the cartoon moment of realizing that she's not on solid ground anymore.
Yeah, she wily coyotes.
Wile E. Coyote's it down into the basement through a tube.
This is sort of where everyone kind of gathers back together,
Yeah.
and we see that guy is not dead, but he is in fact like plastered to the wall with something.
Oh yeah.
And so is Hyatt, and she's kind of half dead.
Yeah. Well,
Again, that's just her character.
that's just right. But she's on top of the alien.
Yeah, she is, which is brilliant. Because why?
Yeah. And the guy that got lured away first, he is now slimmer and handsomer. And
Yeah.
speaks proper now.
I was a bit confused because I thought I just misunderstood something. And then it kind of insinuates it's like, oh, but like the alien queen is, mating with people. It's like, oh
Yeah.
no.
I mean, I watched the Japanese, and guys, it's basically, I don't want to be sucked. was the translation for his lines? Oh, don't suck me.
And then because we're then introduced to that all gets a bit crazy, and all the Pewchews are going mad, and like and then like they're having a fight, and they're all doing that thing where they're like, oh, Pewchew, then they go, oh, they get like hit with stuff or crushed or whatever. They get like that really serious face.
Yeah. I don't want to die like this because we should say Misaki is also not affected by the cuteness.
No, she does it. She cuts the tongue in half with an axe. She's like, "Oh, cute." I hate cute things.
Yeah, it's not me.
Yeah. But then the guy who's now skinny sees the product of his what's happened.
Yeah.
When it's a future that basically looks like him.
Yeah.
And they both go to attack each other, and they're like, "No, I can't."
Yeah.
And then XL comes along and hits it in the head and kills it.
No, I think
Is it XL?
I think it's his mate.
Oh, I just remember that it dies, and then he just goes.
Yeah,
and goes back to normal.
I think it goes back to normal. Yeah, I think it's like I can't do it, so the guy comes up. Oh, I'll do it for you, and just like smacks it with whatever weapon he's been given by Misaki. And then even Misaki has to admit that she can't handle the alien queen, has to run away from it.
Yes.
And then the guy likes her. He falls through a tube and goes, "Ah, I got the gun, and I'll save you." And then he looks at it, so I'm going to save you. And then she's like, "Just give me the gun." Rips the gun and the try apart. It's a prototype number 2.
That's right. So don't worry about it.
Yeah, and everyone's like, "No, no, we don't trust this weapon at all." After like the wee pistols they had,
Oh god, that's right.
um, and then Nabashin just kind of
He pushes the
appears
button.
and pushes the flooding button again,
He had to be in it.
and he says, "I had to do it," and he has like a somber face on him.
Yeah.
And it floods it all out. And then I think that's it. It cuts back. They flood the city, like the entire city gets
Yeah,
flooded.
they do. Flood the entire city.
And
Job's a good one.
pretty much most of the civil service people are on top of the rooftop, dangling their legs in the water. That's how flooded the city is. And the other guy says,
Wow.
"I survived," and then she instantly pulls the trigger on him with the gun.
Oh, that's right. And he goes, "I would follow you anywhere." It's like, are you sure?
Yeah,
She just shot you without a moment's hesitation.
yeah. And the only
It's like because he like jumps out the water
yeah,
because and she just goes bang straight away. Yeah, it's like
yeah.
no, I don't worry, I'll follow you anywhere. Are you sure she killed you without thinking about it?
Yeah, yeah, and then you go to the underground base, and his Platzel is basically like, "Yep, you dealt with that now. Now we need to get rid of this water," as they're all just kind of like sitting in rubber rings, floating
Oh my god, incredible!
in the episode.
Holy shit, Colin, what do you rate this one?
Uh, this is one of the better ones, to be
Yeah,
honest. Would say I don't know. I'll give it 8.
I'm gonna give it a 9. This is like coherent, almost somehow. Uh,
You're just getting used to it, man. It's only been
well,
7 episodes.
I don't know if I am. I really hope I'm not. I hope this is just that it's slightly more coherent than the other episodes.
It was a bit more, yeah.
Considering what we're about to go on to talk about is episode 8, Increase Ratings Week. Now, I can sum up the entirety of this episode, which is basically them saying is like, hey, we need more fan service, which means less men and more women. So we're not going to show any men in this episode.
Except for the caveat.
Oh, Nabashin?
No.
No. The dude,
Pedro.
Rodrigo, Pedro. Yeah. That's right. I knew it was a name in ending in Dro.
Vote Pedro.
Yeah, Pedro. He's in it briefly.
Yeah. Yeah. This is essentially the beach. The beach
I was
episode.
about to say we got to the beach episode 8,
Yeah.
where it starts with Excel and Hyatt, and then there's another girl who apparently lives nearby called Cosette.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think it's like no wait, this is where is this where Excel's like going through a thing where she's just lying on the floor going, I'm taking some time off and I'm doing this because this is happening and there's some restructuring and you know things need to happen and I don't need to be there, so I'm going to be on holiday, and while I do that, but I'm just going to lie here because I don't have any food and I'm really hungry.
And it's really, really hot.
It's really hot, yeah, oppressively hot. But then that new little cute girl who lives in the building apparently, Cosette is her name. She has like a spit. They've eaten. Hyatt and her have eaten, and they're like, "No, why don't you leave me food?" And then she's like, "Oh, here, I found this sandwich in my packed lunch." She's like, oh, amazing.
And then she eats it, and then apparently bad things happened in her stomach.
Oh yes, that's right.
Yeah.
That's not the only time bad things are going to happen to her stomach in this episode.
Oh no,
man, there's some weird fetish related stuff that I think people are going to take from this that I worry about.
Yes, there probably is.
But effectively, this is a whole episode where it's like, hey, none of the guys are going to be on screen. It's really warm. and we're not doing anything. We should all go swimming.
Yeah. It's the pool party thing.
Yeah.
I should say that the civil service people have all take paid vacation, much
Yes.
to the annoyance of the boss, because he was like, "What? Yeah, I thought I'd just give them paid. You know, they asked for it. There's nothing to say we can't give it to them, so I gave it to them." His
Oh, that's right.
secretary,
The woman is just like, I
yeah,
just did it, and he's like, ugh.
yeah, yeah,
Fine.
yeah.
Fine. I
Uh,
guess.
so then, yeah, so they're all at this party, and you should say, I think the woman actually visits the Excel's room, uh, apartment, and basically she's one behind the door going, "Yes, I'm here for the beautiful women thingy thing for the beautiful women newspaper. Here's some 2 tickets free. Have this. Please sign." And then Hyatt answered the door, and she just vomits tomato juice all over her.
Oh,
Sorry,
that's right.
it's tomato juice
What is right? What is happening? Is she bleeding into the?
into the tomato juice.
Yeah.
Going
There's a
by the
there's a bit
scene,
later on. There's a bit
yeah,
later on where he's like, oh, that. I mean, holy shit! Like that scene is mad.
yeah,
So mad. Um. Oh my god. It is good though because once they're all at the pool and everyone like she of course like XL there's food there and she gorges herself on food to the point where she's lying on the ground with a bloated stomach.
yeah. But that's because Cosette has all the money.
Oh yeah, yeah,
For
that's right.
because Cosette's got an assignment to do.
Because Cassette is actually there to get them.
No, to get it's a hitman.
Oh,
I
oh,
had to
it's
hit
the woman in the pool
the
with the
but
mole
yeah, that's her. And then yeah, that's a whole other thing.
with her fucking her saw contraption dinghy,
oh yeah. It's just like spikes come out the wee
the floaty.
the floating
Whee!
the rubber bell.
Yeah. Oh my
Uh,
god.
and Hyatt watches her and is like, What's going on?" Because like XL's like, "Do you think there's something weird about that kid?" And Hyatt's like, "Actually, just drowning in the pool because she can't swim."
That's right. She is literally face down and she says, "Are you okay? You haven't done anything for the last 30 to 40 minutes." She picks her up and she just goes,
In the Japanese version, she says, "I'm all right," and she's just like fully
yeah.
unconscious
She,
in the water.
she picks her up. She's literally face down in it and she turns her up to the like, she's like, it's, it's pretty good. It's a good bit.
Yeah.
Um, But yeah, they so obviously XL takes advantage of Cosette having hitman money and buys all the foods.
Yeah. Yep.
Um,
Uh,
and
and she actually goes to order and like tries to order anything possible at the wee kiosks there, and they're
yep,
like, "Yeah, we don't sell that."
yeah, that's right. She goes through like a 95 order, like item order, and she's
Yeah.
like, "Cool, we have none of those things."
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's this queue going back for like 25 minutes worth of wait.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god.
So basically, Cosette calls up to the pool,
Mm-hmm.
sees the wifey that she's got to assassinate, sees that she has a kid, has like horrible flashback of her mother dying and how she got raised as a hitman by, I want to say, the mafia,
Yeah.
because like there's a scene where she was like with her like stepmother or something, or
Yeah.
like aunt, who just basically abused her. It's like, "Oh, you didn't with your kid," and
Cinderella. It was
yeah,
Cinderella.
and then she's like in some dungarees and a flat cap, like she's in like the 1930s New York.
Yeah, she looked like one of the newspaper kids.
Yeah, and then, and then she gets hired, and then she's like in like Oriental kind of like attire for
Yep.
training, and has the daggers coming out her hands and everything. And it's like, all right, And then she just couldn't go through with it because she has this flashback of her mother, and
Yep.
it's like, no, I can't do it.
Couldn't take a kid away from her mother.
Yeah. So then, or I think it's the mother from the kid.
Yeah. I mean, either way, the kid's not going to have a mum.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so she's sitting inside the pool. Hyatt comes over. It's like, you're right. And it's like, no, I miss my mum. Oh, why don't you go and speak to her? She's dead, all right. It's like, oh, all right. I'm sorry. And then she's Hyatt kind of like faints
Yeah.
because it's super hot, and she just kind of faints and falls onto the kid, and the kid's like holding her, propping her up, saying,
That's right.
what am I going to do? And then it fades to white. And then she, with the Cosette, and she's just like, where am I? What happened? And then, like, it drops down, and she's like in a graveyard slash hell, or I think.
Yep.
And then she's a woman waving who's as her
Yeah.
mother.
It's like, oh, mum.
Yeah. And then she tries to walk forward, and then Pedro goes, no, you can't.
No,
Why not?
don't do it.
Because she can't come close to you, otherwise she'll steal your soul.
Yeah,
you're
because
she's dead.
she's not really your mother.
Yeah, yeah. And then she kind of waves and then fades away. And it's like, and then everyone's in hospital because they had heat stroke. Because of
Fucking episode, man.
localized, the localized heat wave at the pool.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
but we didn't mention the tomato.
I was gonna say that's the one bit I want to go back and talk about because Hayat is literally sitting at the side of the pool with a can of tomato juice,
Yeah,
and the guy who likes her, who we don't see, we just see his shadow, comes over to talk to her, and she's like, "Oh no, I need to go and do something, but you can have." It's like I was gonna ask if you wanted a drink. It's like, no, it's fine. I have this tomato juice, but I need to go and do something. You can have a drink of this if you want. And he's like, "Oh, that's like basically kissing." So yeah,
yeah,
sure, that'd be great. And she leaves, and he holds the can in front of him and says, "Oh, why is there more tomato juice than there should be in this? Like she's been drinking from this."
yeah,
And it's like bubbled over the top.
yeah.
I can only assume she's been bleeding into the can of tomato juice.
Yeah, that's all we kind of. It doesn't stop the guy though.
No, I did not.
It did
It
not.
did not. It should have immediately stopped him.
The best bit of it is like he comes over and he goes, "Oh hi, Mrs. Hyatt. How you doing?" And it's like, "Oh, who are you?" And you just see his neck and shadow just kind of go to the left, and it's like, "Ah,
Oh,
she doesn't recognize me." And then she puts her glasses on. Oh, sorry, I can't wear contacts today.
yeah, that's right. She puts her glasses on. She says, "Sorry, I forgot to wear my contacts."
Yeah, yeah. So
Oh my god.
then yeah, then they actually have that conversation.
This is a wild episode, Colin.
Yeah, I can't remember the. Nope, he's not even in it. Lord
Oh no,
Proposal is it in it?
he's at the very end, isn't he?
No,
Because they're are they not? Do they not all like hold up the? Oh no.
no. Only the boss man, where the secretary gets in the way of his face every time he comes on
That's
screen.
right. She does.
She's like, "It's a localized heat wave in this pool." And
Oh my
everyone's
god.
like, where everyone was attending, and they're all, you know, in hospital now.
Madness. What do you rate this one, Colin?
Just talking about it makes it. I don't know. I'm going to stay with an 8.
I'm gonna say a 7 because I think the episode's trash, but I think some of the jokes in it are really top tier.
Yeah, yeah. What was it? What one was it? I was just kind of going through these, and there's like random things that are like really quite recent to the anime that has been put into it.
Oh really?
Yeah, yeah. Like So this anime was, I don't know,
1999.
1999? I see. So 2000s. And then I swear there's things. Maybe not this episode. I think it's one of the other episodes we're going to talk about next week.
Oh man, well, it's a good segue because we've done it. We've finished these episodes today, and we'll be back next time to talk about more Excel Saga. So as always, you've been listening to Who's That Anime, an anime podcast about anime, which can be found where all good podcasts can be found. Our home is at anchor.fm/Who's That Anime. If you want to support us, you can do by leaving it as a review. That's really good for the almighty algorithm. If you can't leave a review or already have left a review, telling a friend is another really cool way to help us, help us out. And if you want to support us financially, you can at patreon.com/Who's That Anime, where you can get early releases of the episodes, and on top of that, early release of our other podcast, 5 Minute Fusion, A Journey Through Dragon Ball. We're currently working our way through Dragon Ball Z. So yeah, you can come and join us on that journey too. We have a Facebook page, facebook.com/Who's That Anime, where we post the latest episode releases and anime memes. We have a Discord channel. You can find the link to that in the show notes. We also have YouTube at youtube.com/Who's That Anime, where Colin painstakingly puts together the video versions of these episodes. And you can also find the RSS feeds for Who's That Anime and 5 Minute Fusion on YouTube too, if you like to listen to your podcasts through YouTube. Colin and I sometimes like to play video games. Colin at twitch.tv/couchfuel and myself at twitch.tv/hailpayman. And you can find archives of those on youtube.com by searching for @couchfuel or @hailpayman. And we are done.
Yeah, that's it. Done for another week. Into the future we look at for Excel for
Another 2 episodes.
Another 2 episodes. Wow. It's more than that to go. That's 10.
Oh, yeah, there's 26 episodes in this season.
So we've got another 8 episodes to go.
Yep.
Steve Sanity has held up well in this one, though.
This is more entertaining than, I'm gonna call it, Battle Doll, because I never remember the name of that fucking show.
Until it later.
Yes, that one.
Yeah. To be honest, like I say, I already kind of enthralled with it, with the idea of battling the things. The rest of it is dog shit, and then
the rest of it is mediocre at best.
With the weird ass twist of the mother starting to reveal herself at the end, it's like, what the fuck? Oh man, just give your daughter fucking mental problems.
Go and listen to our episodes on Angelic Lair. It's quite a ride.
Yeah, so most of our ones.
Yeah, but we'll be back next time to talk about more Excel Saga.
Yeah. Well, that's it. We'll see you same time, same anime, different day. Bye.
That's it. Bye.
Bye.